Imagine your home having major damage done or even destroyed by hurricane, tornado, wildfire, and you know you don't have any homeowners insurance. Can you imagine that? I'm quite sure you can. Because you know what? Over 43% of homes are uninsured in McAllen, Texas. McAllen, Texas, one of the states that are prone to have some type of natural disaster. Think about that. I'm Conticia, and welcome to Unfiltered Insurance and Adjuster Talk. Now, if you have run across my page or my video and you have not subscribed, YouTube is my home base. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And that will be a milestone for me. And I said, you know what? When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to get one of those little funky microphones. So when you run across my video again, you see a microphone, you know I have reached my goal. But yes, I'm a newer channel and I am here to talk about insurance and also adjusters. I'm an independent adjuster and I'm trying to keep us in the know of what's going on in the insurance world. We all have some form or some type of insurance here. So we got to be updated and informed of what's going on in this world of insurance because we pay for that. We're consumers or we're the ones who are processing claims and policies, you know, normally like independent adjusters like myself. So please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends and family or anyone that you know can benefit from being up to date with what's going on in our insurance world. All right. Thank you for that. All right. So back to our episode. And this is very, very important. Just imagine your neighborhood having a catastrophe to come through and people around you and your neighbors, everyone is rebuilding their homes except for you or any other neighbors in your neighborhood. You see their homes just sitting there. You know why they're sitting there for months and months? It's because they're uninsured and they're waiting for someone to come and help them, either their state or FEMA. And let me tell you, FEMA would not always be there to help you. And honestly, FEMA is not even there to make you whole. FEMA don't even make you whole. It's just not designed to make you whole. All right. So let me give you a brief overview of what I discovered through a report from LendingTree. LendingTree is saying here that more than 13% of homes in the U.S. are not insured. This is according to a LendingTree report here. Okay. Among the largest U.S. metro, McAllen, Texas has the highest uninsured rate by a massive margin of 43.3% of homes in Texas. Metro don't have home insurance. Can you imagine that they don't have home insurance? And I'm going to tell you something. In Texas get everything. So they should have home insurance or some type of state insurance. Okay. Now, more than 20% points higher than their fellow Texas metro, El Paso. They're at 23%. McAllen, Texas is at 43%. Guess who's next in line to be up in the top 3 of not having homeowners insurance? You guessed it, Miami, Florida. They round up around 21% that do not have homeowners insurance. 21%. Let me also tell you that Florida, Miami-Dade County has the highest rate of uninsured homes among the country's most at risk. You know Florida is at risk. Florida is one of the national risk index. They're the highest because they're the ones who always are at risk for getting hurricanes or some type of wind claim because they're right there on that ocean. And I love that ocean. I'm from Florida. And anytime I can get there, I'm always on that beach all the time. But anyways, just to let you know, here we have Miami-Dade County. They top the list. They're at 23.5%. Their fellow Florida counties, Broward's at 22%. Lee County is coming out about 18%. Let me tell you something. This is alarming. And a lot of times we don't think about if our neighbors have homeowners insurance. But one thing you do want to keep in mind, If they can't rebuild their home and that home is sitting in that community, not rebuilt, that will bring down the property value. That will bring down the value of your biggest investment if you got 2 or 3 homes sitting in that community that cannot be rebuilt because they don't have homeowners insurance. But let me tell you this. I can understand sometimes why people won't have homeowners insurance. Number one, they always say, "Oh, this will not happen to me. I've lived here for 20 years and nothing has come through and torn up my home." Those are the type of people that put everyone at risk of having their property devalued. The ones who always say, "Oh, that's not going to happen to me. It never has." But just protect yourself just in case it does. Also, some people say home insurance, homeowner policy will not cover you. That's not true. If there's a policy there, and depending on what you have enrolled into, that's why it's very important to get with your agent to see what you got there. Insurances are supposed to pay. I'm an insurance adjuster, okay, independent insurance adjuster, and I pay what is owed. No matter what company I'm working for, if that policy you got owes you money, you're going to get paid. So let me tell you something. That thing said, "Oh, insurance don't pay." No. Most of the time, consumers have not looked at their policy and do not know what they have. And then when a catastrophe happens, they're mad because they just picked up a policy that the premium they're paying $3 a month for. Okay, I'll be realistic. Let's say $50 a month. And they're wanting to say they don't have any coverage. It's because they picked the cheapest thing and their agent's like, "Okay." But the agent is not backing you up and saying, "You don't want this policy because this policy doesn't cover wind and you live in and your shingles gonna get blown, half is gone, especially when a hurricane comes." Think about that. All right. The next one is why people don't have insurance is because they think FEMA is coming to help them. No. If you have paid any attention to this administration is about bringing money in, not giving anything out. So if you're a red state, a blue state, a green state, purple, do not think you're going to get some money from FEMA. Not just like that. Just remember, just what months ago Georgia asked for help. What did the Trump administration say? No. Just recently, a week or so ago, Arkansas asked for help. What's that? The governor, Sarah Huckabee? That's a true Republican. He told her no. This administration is about bringing money in, not giving anything out unless you're in that top percent. We are the people that make up this country, and they're not just giving that money out. So you want to make sure you protect yourself. Let me tell you what you want to do. I would prefer to have a policy with a high deductible than not having insurance at all. You want to have homeowners insurance to protect that investment. Just think about it. You may have a high deductible. Say, for instance, if your repair or to replace your home is $300,000 and you have a deductible of $20,000, take them $20,000. Give me the $280 and I'll work with that. Maybe I can get me a micro loan through FEMA because they partnered with the SBA to where you can get those small loans to help you. That can be another route to where you put the two together. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be smart about it. I would want them to pay me the most that I can get, and then I can figure out how I will get the other pieces to come together. So do not take the risk of not having any homeowners insurance. Don't do that. Also, talk with different agents. Get multiple quotes. Know what you're getting. Don't get into a policy that excludes wind, and you live in Florida. You live in Texas. you're living in those states that are prone to wind. Don't you get a policy and you live somewhere that have tornadoes, and that policy says exclusion tornadoes. Don't do it. Read your policy. Don't be lazy anymore. Know what you're getting so you can protect this investment that you have. All right? So make sure you do that. Another thing I want you to do is make sure And I try to tell consumers this all the time. Be prepared. Hurricane season is coming. Get yourself prepared. Know your policy. Know if anything happened to your home, you already know what contractor you're going to call. You even know your agent. You can call your agent because your agent is supposed to be your advocate. Your agent is supposed to fight like hell to make sure you get coverage. So listen, know your agent, know who your contractor will be so you don't have to worry about this fly by night, and get yourself prepared for hurricane season because it is upon us. It is here. All right. So remember, do not have a beautiful home, or even you got a home, whatever it is to you. Do not allow it to sit there uninsured because you're saying it's too high. The deductible was too high. Find a policy that the deductible may be high, that home is halfway destroyed, you know, you're going to get a lump sum to get with something else. Keep that in mind. That is always an option. And remember, things happen, incidents happen, catastrophe happens. I'm quite sure those people who homes in California was burnt up by that Wi-Fi didn't think that would ever happen to their home. They didn't think that. When those hurricanes and tornadoes come through, most people, especially Floridians, we're like, oh, if it ain't a Cat 4, we ain't going nowhere. All right. But if it's a Cat 4, you better have some homeowners insurance just in case you don't want to go anywhere. Okay? So keep that in mind. And also remember, when you do not have homeowners insurance, you're risking the community. It's a community. It's not just you. It's a community. And if your home is sitting there that it cannot be replaced or rebuilt because you lack having homeowners insurance, that's not fair to the community. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to tell you, protect your biggest investment. Seek to get homeowners insurance. I feel like if you own a home, no one should own a home without homeowners insurance. That's putting everyone at risk. That's my episode for today. And remember, stay covered with these homes. We invest too much into them we invest too much into these homes and not have any homeowners insurance. Just think about that. All right. I'm done with that. If you have any questions, you can hit me down there in the comments. Also, like and subscribe to the video. I would really appreciate that. I am trying to get to 1,000. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to bring you the latest information surrounding insurance, about insurance, and also about my industry, independent insurance adjusters. Bye for now. See you on the next episode.